Map selection settings.
Hey guys, Austin here. Welcome to my second take of recording. Probably my favorite mobile game so far, or at least this year. This is
Messages
Dawncaster.
now. Mom, start game. Next name. Start game.
It is a deck builder. And if you have ever played one of those, you probably know what that entails. But for those of you who don't,
Next name. Eleanor Prescott.
the best thing I can do is just show you. Let's go into some of the settings we're doing, because this is going to be a full series. And Dawncaster is more of a roguelike card battler / deck builder. So, in other words, if you die, the run is over unless you play on a certain difficulty.
Previous name. Current card call. Current basic return slash current basic attack. Current previous name. Next name. Start game. Map selection settings. Story mode prevents you from ever dying. This mode awards only half the fate shards.
I'll get into what those are later. But yeah, we are playing on story mode, just to make this series easier. That way you don't have to see multiple runs. And again, because I want to make this as like a full series.
Maps start game.
So, with that being said, let's begin, and I will do my best to explain what's going on.
Press to continue. Heroes Rest Cemetery along Hangman's Road lies the foreboding cemetery known as Heroes Rest. A place no man or woman visits out of their own volition, and a true testament to the encroaching darkness emanating from the battlefield.
Yeah, air demon invasion, you know.
Press to continue. The long way around, 5 periods, survive the journey and find your way to Bright Candle to join the militia. The long way Heroes Rest. The old wooden wheels creak as the carriage comes to an abrupt halt. The driver lets the worn rein slide from his fingers while the horses whinny their tired reply. Continue. Driver, this is as far as I'll take thee, stranger, the carriage driver says through crooked teeth. We stay away from the cemetery. Legends speak of the Pale Warden, a necromancer who despises the living. The dead there don't sleep soundly enough for my liking. The dead? The gilded summons? Where do I go? The dead?
I mean, this is a cemetery. I don't think I need to say what I don't think I need to ask that.
Where do I go? Driver, it ain't far, friend. Just through those gates you'll find Bright Candle. I suppose that'll be where they expect new recruits to report in. I stay well clear of the fortress. Best to avoid confusion, wouldn't want them mistaking me for, well, someone like yourself. The dead, the guild, I can handle myself.
I can handle myself from here.
You gain 15 gold. Driver, the driver tips his wide-brimmed hat to you. I meant no disrespect, he says. I'll return what's left of your fee as I couldn't take you all the way. Just watch your back, friend, or else unfriendly eyes will watch it for you.
No disrespect taken, and I will do my best to watch my back.
Leave. Exploration. Use weapon power. Mending weapon. When you use your weapon power, gain 1 health for every melee action in your deck.
Prescott, our player character. Unfortunately, the game does not.
Messages now. Opportunity treasure. Fresh grave. Show deck. Player health set. Player gold. Character info. Use weapon power. Use weapon. You heal 7 health.
As I was trying to say, unfortunately, the game does not recognize our player character by the name that was either generated or typed out for our show.
Messages. Character info.
Which is something.
Messages. Player gold 35. Player health 7. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 11.
I wish I was fixed. In a future
Messages.
update.
Fresh grave. Opportunity treasure. Trap. Fresh grave a crimson grave opportunity treasure. Fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone.
So we have three options right now. We have a fresh grave. We have
Opportunity, treasure, traps, or treachery await.
I mean, it says right there. It's either treasure, traps, or treachery.
Crimson grave robber, a suspicious figure busy digging a sizable hole.
And our first enemy.
Fresh grave, a rather unremarkable gravestone. Fresh grave, a undisturbed grave, a rather unremarkable undisturbed grave, a rather unremarkable gravestone stands somewhat crooked over a patch of soil. Open the grave. Open the grave. Undisturbed grave. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Exploration, potion of visions. 1 use, draw 3 cards. Item, rare, treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be found through various events. Potion of visions. Use weapon power, mending weapon. When you use your weapon power, gain character info. Copy C code A. Closed character info. Shrine A. Restless ghoul brains. Campsite A. Brief respite from the restless ghoul brains.
We're gonna fight
Brains. Restless ghoul. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enrage enchantment. Enemy gains aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains war beast enchantment. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Surge of strength. Gain STR and 1 health.
I have gone
Action,
into the
common.
malignancies, which is another thing you can do, and added a few things. That way, this run, this playthrough is going to be a bit more challenging.
Character and surge of strength. You heal 1 health. War mace. War mace. Neutral 2. Deal 2 damage. Block. War mace. Area enemy. War character and character. War mace. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gain 2 brittle stacks.
Brittle is something I'm going to talk about a bit later, but this is a turn-based game.
War mace. Block. Neutral 1. You gain 3 armor stack. Character and turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. You take 1 damage. You take 4 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
The War Mace takes 2 strength or 2 neutral, which means strength and whatever other energy that I have to use. This runs off of an energy system. You get so much energy per turn, and once you run out, you need to end your turn right then.
Player and turn. Character and backswing. Bonus. SDR1, make a basic attack. Enemy takes 4. Enemy gain 4 brittle stacks. You gained 1 haste stacks. War mace.
Nice.
Neutral. Character. War potion of visions. 1 use. Draw 3. Block. Neutral 1. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Character and war mace. Character. War mace. Enemy takes 6. Enemy gains 6 brittle stacks. Character and turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 8 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. You take 8 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Really useful.
Character and war mace. War mace. Backswing. SDR. War mace. Player stat. War. Backswing. SDR1. Make a basic. You take 1 damage. Enemy takes 8. Enemy gained 8 brittle stacks. You war. Character and turn.
And you know that the same amount of damage that I am dealing is the same amount of brittle stacks that is being dealt to the enemy. And it keeps going up.
Messages. Character and turn.
I deal damage.
Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 10 damage. You take 10 damage. You take 10 damage. You take 10 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character block. War mace. Surge of potion of surge of you heal 1 health. Potion of visions. War mace. Area enemy war mace. Enemy takes 10. Victory. Next.
And
Next.
That's a wrap on that first battle.
Character. Next. You gain 2 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip rewards. Areas. Enemy status. Battle mending. At the end of turn, gain health equal to twice the damage taken this turn. 0. You cannot gain this effect more than once per turn. Action. Ground pound. SDR1. Enter shattering stance and inflict 2 brittle for every tectonic fury. STR3. Add ground pound to deck.
I always add ground pound to my deck whenever it appears. You will see why.
Exploration. Area status. Disturb. Opportunity treasure. Skullwing moth. Campsite. A brief rest. Campsite. Campfire. A warm fire and relative safe. Campfire. A remove a heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Show deck. Use weapon power mending. Character and broken grave and no opportunity. Campsite. A brief respite. Campsite. A campfire. A warm heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Character info.
You get to recover some HP, which is always useful.
Campsite. Character info. Campsite. Campsite. A campfire. Remove. Heal. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Area status. Settings. Settings. Area. Skullwing moth. Crimson grave. Broken grave and old and broken gravestone. Broken grave. Broken tombstone. A broken. Open the grave. Broken tombstone. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card added. Potion of visions. Philosopher's stone. Philosopher's stone. Neutral 1. Conjure a random free card of the color you spent to cast this card. Scholar. Conjure 2 instead. Charges 2/2. Item. Legendary. Broken tombstone. As you pry the trinket from the muddy soil, an unsettling groan rises, catches you by surprise as a bony claw reaches for your throat. Continue. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enrage enchantment. Enemy gains aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains war beast enchantment. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Area status. Enemy area. War mace. War mace. War mace. War mace. Potion. Character info. Enter. Potion. War mace. Potion of visions. 1 use. Draw 3 cards. Item. Rare. War mace. New character and war mace. Ground. You gain shattering stance enchantment. Enemy gain 16 brittle stacks. War mace. Neutral 2. Deal 2 damage. Block. Player stat. Block. Player block. War mace. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. End turn. Player and show that. Player health. Show player enter. End turn. Player show player health. Player show player enter. End turn. Character end turn.
I might as well just end my turn.
Enemy turn. And enemy playing cards. You take 2 damage. You take 5 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Energy. ST end turn. Character. Philosophers. War mace. Surge. Backswing. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. War mace. Backswing. Enemy takes 23. Any victory. Next. Next.
Joke. 23 health.
Show that. Next. You gain 2 gold. Select a card to add to your area's enemy stat. Battle cry. Gain a battle sense. Foretelled 3. Chasm. SDR1. Deal 4 damage. Deals extra damage equal to your foe's stagger. Add chasm to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 2 undead in the area. Opportunity treasure. Shrine. A strange mini boss abomination. A shambling monstrosity roams the graveyard. Mini boss. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains enrage enchantment. Enemy gains aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains war beast enchantment. Enemy gains falling apart enchantment. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Block. Neutral. War mace. Block. Character and block. War mace. Chasm. War mace. Chasm. SDR1. Deal 4 damage. Deals. Enemy takes 4. War areas. Enemy stat. Enemy areas. War block. Character block. You gain 3 armor stacks. War character end turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. You take 2 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 5 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Player end character backswing. Bow. Philosophers. Ground pound. You gain shattering stance enchantment. Enemy gain 10 brittle stacks. Block. Block. War mace. Players. War. Block. Philosopher. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3. War mace. Clobber. Player stat. Clobber. Deal 8 damage. Enemy takes 14. Character info.
14 damage. That's pretty nice. I'm not going to complain about that.
End turn. Enemy turn. End. Enemy playing cards. Enemy heals 4. Enemy heals 4. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Character. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. War mace. Neutral. Character. War mace. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. War mace. Players. Area. Player. War. Character. War mace. Enemy takes 8. Enemy gained 8 brittle stacks. Character. War mace. Enemy takes 10. Enemy gain 10 brittle stacks. Character end turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 10 brittle stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 11 damage. You take 7 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. You take 7 damage. Enemy gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Character block. Philosopher's Stone. War Mace. Neutral 2. Deal 2 damage. Inflict brittle for every damage dealt.
This battle,
Melee basic attack. Common. Block. War Mace. Seething Anger. Add a Fury card to your discard pile, then gain STR equal to the anger granted by Fury. Fury added to your deck. Character info. War Mace. Block. War Mace. Players. Areas. Play. War. Block. You gain 3 armor. War Mace. Block. Character end turn.
I'll just block because I can't do
Enemy
anything
turn.
else.
Enemy gained 27 brittle stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 9 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 end turn. Character chasm. SDR1. Backswing. SDR1. Enemy takes 63. Enemy gains 6 victory. Next. Character info.
63 damage. Now that's a lot of damage.
Next. Character. Next. You gain 8 gold. Select a card to add to your area's enemies. Follow through. SDR1, deal 3 damage. Flow 0/4. When this attack hits, inflict a deep wound and gain SDR for every deep wound you've inflicted. 0. Melee, Vengeful Assault. Neutral 1, deal 6 damage. If Holy was spent, play a basic attack from your Tremors. Shuffle a card into your deck, then draw a card. Return this to your hand after entering a stance. Add follow through to deck.
I like this one.
Abomination. The mass of rotting flesh collapses onto the mossy ground. Some of the stipe sinew twitches, as if ready to rise once more without a moment's notice. Leave. Exploration. Show deck. Player health. Player gold 47. Player gold 40. Player gold. Show deck. Use weapon. Character. I can use this. Enemy aura. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of it. Campsite. A. Campfire. A. Remove. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Area status. Settings. Area. Church Grim. Skullwing Moth. The enemy aura. Graveyard. Skullwing Moth. The Bony Moth. Enemy. Skull. Church Grim. The house. Church. Areas. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Graveyard Shift enchantment. Enemy gains Enrage enchantment. Enemy gains Aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains War Beast enchantment. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Follow through. SDR1, deal 3 damage. Flow 0/4. When this attack hits, in character follow through. Enemy takes 3. Chasm. SDR. Enemy takes 4. Character end turn.
Deal 7 damage.
Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Terror added to your deck. Terror added to your deck. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Player energy. Show play end character. Philosopher. Ground pound. You gain Shattering Stance and enemy gain 10. War Mace. Philosophers. Character. War Mace. Neutral 2. Deal. War Mace. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. Break bond. Player stat. Break bonds. Cleanse all dazed, dominated and pinned. Enter Frenzied Stance. Character info. Enter character. War Mace. I don't have War Mace. Player stat. End turn.
The only thing I can do
Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 8 damage. You gained 8 doom stacks. Terror added to your deck. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character block. War Mace. Enemy takes 10. Enemy gain 10 brittle stacks. War Mace. Backswing. Bone. Enemy takes 10. Enemy gain 10. Victory. Next. Character info.
And I think that was a grand total of 27 damage that he took the entire fight, so I dealt more damage than he did.
Player character info. Next. You gain 3 gold. Select a card. Areas. Enemy stat. Ground pound. Lunging strike. SDR1. Deal 5 damage. Enter steady stance. Melee. Battle command. SDR1. This combat. Gain fortified and 4 armor after you play or make 4 basic attacks. Enchantment. Rare. Unique. You can only add lunging strike to deck.
Okay, so we're gonna actually add lunging strike this time.
Exploration. Area status. Skullwing. Shrine Ace. Crimson Gray. Character. Use weapon. Show deck. Use weapon. You heal 10 health.
And we're gonna use my weapon power, which is always pretty good. I think this...
Messages. Now. Character in Crimson Grave Shrine Ace. Crimson Grave Robber. A suspicious figure busy digging a sizable hole. Crimson Grave. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Enrage enchantment. Enemy gains Aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains War Beast enchantment. Enemy gains Cowardice enchantment. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Lunging Strike. STR1. Deal 5 damage. Enter steady stance. Male character in Lunging. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. War Mace. Block. Philosopher's Stone. Area status. Philosopher. Character info. Lunging Strike. War Mace. Neutral. Block. Execute. Deal 5 damage. Area status. Execute. Enemy takes 5. Character info. End turn. Character info. Lunging Strike. SDR1. Deal. Enemy takes 5. You gain Steady Stance enchantment. Block. War Mace. I don't have character. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. You take 4 damage. You gain 1 dazzled stacks. You gain 5 frozen stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End character. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. War Mace. Backswing. War Mace. Player stat. Play. War. Back. War. Character info. War. Backswing. Enemy has blocked this attack. War Mace. Enemy has blocked this attack. Character. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. You take 5 damage. You gain 1 dazzled stacks. You take 5 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character and follow through. Ground pound. War. Enemy gained 8 brittle stacks. Follow through. War. Block. Player status. Area status. Player. Block. War. Follow through. Enemy takes 11. Block. War. Character. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 8 damage. You gain 1 dazzled stacks. You gain 5 frozen stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gain end turn. Chasm. War Mace. War Mace. Ground pound. Enemy gained 8 brittle stacks. Chasm. Character info. Chasm. Enemy has blocked this attack. War Mace. I don't have players. Play. War. Character end turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. Enemy heals 5. You take 11 damage. You gain 1 dazzled stacks. Enemy gained 1 victory. Next.
And he ran away.
Showdown. Next. Exploration. Use weapon power mending weapon when you use your weapon character player gold skullwing moth the shrine ace fancy tombstone a rather fancy tombstone settings fancy tombstone lift this leave the grave lift this you gain 20 gold fancy to leave. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Boss the Pale. Shrine Ace range. Boss the Pale. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Death Calling enchantment. Enemy gains Enrage enchantment. Enemy gains Aggressive enchantment. Enemy gains War Beast enchantment. Enemy gained 3 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Chasm. SDR1. Deal 4 damage. Deals extra damage equal to your War Mace. Neutral 2. Deal 2 damage. Inflict brittle forever. Chasm. Character info. Chasm. SDR. Enemy takes 4. War lunging strike. Area status. Lunging. Enemy takes 5. End turn. Player. Showdown. Player. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Terror added to your deck. You gain 1 pin stacks. You take 12 damage. Enemy heals 12. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 2 dooms. End turn. Player. End. Philosopher's Stone. War Mace. Disabled. Character. War Mace. Neutral. Terror. Disable. Ground pound. Disable. Backswing. Disable. Chasm. Deal 4. Player stat. Chasm. Enemy takes 4. Character info. War Mace. Terror. Ground pound. Disabled. Backswing. Bonus. SDR1. Character info. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. You gained 1 haste stacks. End turn. Character. War. Terror. Ground. Player. Ground. I don't have an player. War. End turn. Player. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 12 damage. Discarded War Mace. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character. War Mace. Block. Neutral. War Mace. Neutral. Block. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. Block. Follow through. Player stat. Player. Follow through. Block. Follow through. Enemy takes 5. End turn. Player end. Character. War Mace. Enemy takes 2. Enemy. Block. You gain 3 armor end turn. Player enter. Show deck. Player end turn. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 11 damage. Discarded Surge of Strength. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character info. Block. Character. Block. War Mace. War Mace. Player stat. War Mace. Enemy takes 4. Enemy gain 4 brittle stacks. Block. I don't have block. End turn. End turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Enemy gain 5 armor stacks. Terror added to your deck. You gain 1 pin stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn. Player end. War mace. Neutral. Ground pound. Disable. War mace. Disable. Surge of strength. Disable. Lunging strike. SDR1. Player stat. Lunging strike. SDR1. Deal 5. Enemy takes 4. War mace. Ground pound. Disable. War. Surge. Player stat. Surge of you heal 1 health. Character info. End turn. Player enter. End turn. Character info. War mace. Neutral 2. Deal 2. Ground pound. Disabled. SDR. War mace. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gain 2 brick. Character. Ground. War. Ground. I don't have enough character info. Ground. War. Players. War mace. I don't have an ground. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 25 damage. Enemy heals 25. Terror added to your deck. You gain 1 pin stacks. You take 25 damage. Enemy heals 25. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 6 doom stacks. Chasm. SDR1. Deal 4. Enemy takes 6. Terror. War mace. Terror. Character. War. Terror. Backswing. Disable. Follow through. SDR. Player status. Follow. Enemy takes 3. End turn. Player show that player show play end turn. Character end turn. You take 4 damage. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Enemy gain 14 armor stacks. Enemy gain 14 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Player end. Terror. On surge of strength. Gain philosophers. Surge of you heal 1 health. Philosopher block. Philosopher block. Neutral. War mate. Chasm. Player status. Chasm. Enemy has blocked this attack. Terror. Character. Terror. Block. War mate. Player status. Players. Play. War mate. Enemy has blocked this end turn. Player show that player health. Show player end turn. End turn. You take 3 damage. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 29 damage. Discarded chasm. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Player energy. End turn. Character. War mace. War mace. Backswing. War mate. War mate. Player status. Backs. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gain 2 brittle stacks. War. Character. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Terror added to your deck. You take 36 damage. Enemy heals 36. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gain 9 doom stacks. Character. Terror. Surge of strength. You heal 1 health. Block. Lunging strike. War mace. Player status. Players. Play. War. Block. Terror. Character inf. Terror. Block. Neutral 1. Character inf. Block. Lunging strike. SDR1. Enemy takes 7. Player status. War mace. Enemy takes 2. Enemy end turn. Player end turn. You take 5 damage. Enemy turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 36 damage. Discarded follow through. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Character in ground pound. Block. Enemy gained 10 brittle stacks. Character in block. War mace. Neutral 2. Backswing. Surge of backs. Surge. You heal 1 health. Block. Character info. End turn. Character block. War mace. Enemy takes 14. Enemy gained 14 brittle stacks. Player stat. Backswing. Enemy takes 16. Enemy gained 16 brittle stacks. You end turn. End turn. You gain 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Enemy playing cards. You take 44 damage. Discarded follow through. Enemy gained 6 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Enemy gained 1 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Enemy gained 2 brittle stacks. Lunge. Block. Lunge. Enemy takes 20. Victory. Next.
Ooh, and I leveled up for that.
Next. Character. Next. Level up. Pick a talent. Reroll button for fast recovery. Select fast recovery. Healing from minions, campfires, and priests always heals you to your full health. Reroll but select malice. Your basic attacks deal additional damage equal to your potency 0. Reroll. Select heavy impact whenever you conjure a bomb. Upgraded by your level 2. Reroll. Select fast recovery. Healing from minions, campfires, and priests always heals you to your full health.
Yep,
You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your area stat. Enemy stat. Echoing strike. SDR1. Deal damage equal to the last damage dealt this turn 0. Stonewall. SDR. Test of faith. Take damage equal to your energy. Add echoing strike to deck. Wardens fall. The pale figure falls to the cold ground with a loud howl, leaving only the tattered robes and a large iron key behind. For a moment, the sky lights up as dozens of souls rise from their graves, free of the clutches of the warden and its grave-filled prison. Explore the area. Leave, unlock the gate and head to Bright Candle. Show deck. Press to continue. Bright Candle was founded by the Radiant Militia as a rallying banner on the border between Loomis and the dark lands of Umbris. Press to continue. Exploration. Show deck. Use weapon power. Mending weapon. When you use your weapon power, I can use this. Show player gold 74. Player health. Show deck. Use weapon power. Character info. Council Evelyn, the commander of Bright Candle Fortress.
We are going to talk to her, and then we are going to end off this episode.
Settings. Mary Beth Evelyn, another adventurer answering the gilded summons. You've arrived at a fortuitous time, warrior. We could use your assistance in a delicate matter. I'm here to help.
Oh. I'm here to help. What do you need?
Mary Beth Evelyn, glad to hear it, warrior. And you've arrived none too soon either. New recruits have been few and far between. Most of them have not been as fortunate as you seem to have been. What happened to these recruits?
What happened?
Mary Beth Evelyn, it is hard to tell. Some whispers of desertion have started circulating recently after one of our more capable officers went missing. Others suspect their inexperience caused them to fall prey to the local wildlife. Continue. Mary Beth Evelyn, so you see, our losses outside the battlefield are growing faster than I care to have publicly known. Which makes you a good, and frankly expendable, candidate to investigate this delicate matter, warrior. Who are the missing soldiers? Where should I look? Who are the missing soldiers?
Who are they?
Mary Beth Evelyn, all of the missing soldiers were part of our recent reinforcements. The council pauses, tapping her desk as if hesitant to continue. Continue. Mary Beth Evelyn, most of them recruits not unlike yourself. With the brunt of our force down in the ramparts, we have recruits guarding our back. Continue. Mary Beth Evelyn, I wish I had the numbers to have more experienced soldiers look into this matter, but that's a luxury we can ill afford at this time. Where should I look?
Where should I start looking?
Mary Beth Evelyn, the outskirts of Bright Candle are still considered hostile territory. Our patrols now stay in sight of our fortifications, so your task will be to explore beyond the safety of Bright Candle's protection to the west or to the east. I'll investigate these disappearances. Oh,
I'm on it.
Mary Beth Evelyn, glad to hear it, warrior. Report back with any information, and the gilded summons will make it worth your time. Leave. Exploration, character, Bright Candle and Alchemist might, Blacksmith settings. Blacksmith, Alchemist, Bright character, use weapon power. Mending weapon. When you use your, I can use this power again after 3 battles.
Well, that's our mission. But that's going to be our mission next time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. And let me know in the comments if there are any strategies I can use, any cards that would be advantageous for me to at least try and get. Anything I should know about the game, the ins and outs. That would be really helpful to know. Feedback is always appreciated. I always say this on my videos, but I do mean that. Subscribe if you want to, or don't, because after all, you are human and have the power of free will. You can follow me on Twitter, I refuse to call it X, at AustinMeyer_238. And I will see you guys, or rather hear you guys, in the next one. Later.